What was the difference between the game you played in the Netbank Cup final and then the previous derby? What from a Chiefs perspective? What did you see was the difference?
It was respect.
This game for Chiefs was a do or die.
Yeah.
I feel like if Chiefs didn't get something out of the season, it was gonna be terrible for you guys. Like
when Jose was knocked out by joining Galaxy, what did you guys say? Nothing. You said, it's okay. When Jose was knocked out now by you guys don't have a loud, demanding culture.
You know why?
No, check. And what helps you is that you guys
win stuff.
When you win stuff that way, it's quiet. The moment you bring a Rolani or Pizzo, you are here. Media.
Sundowns will be able to compete at a European level, and who might their potential opponents be if they do beat Dortmund?
I want to use the word financial difference, facility difference that European clubs have versus what we have here. That ultimately that's what the prompt was, and I was like, I'm gonna bring it here because I have no idea. Not realistically. We are above. Aston Villa's not knocking Newcastle. I believe you beat them. They'll go down.
mark my words, nah. Next season we taking the Prem. We will revisit this conversation.
And we will. We'll play it back.
Trust me.
And if you lose, you come back in the episode in your underwear.
Finally, we check out the newest, freshest footballing show. But it's not just about football, it's also about the banter. It's on a league of its own. It's the Banter League. It's the Banter League.
Yeah.
There's Yolas. BBMzansi. I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Even if you don't love me, I love you, bro.
Easy, bro.
I love you. There's Yolas. There's
Wagwan.
Kiabamaiza. Skatopaiza. Wiketsa Makaiva. Karikele China. Have you seen my guest? BeeKay Yolas. BeeKay Yolas. BeeKay Yolas. Cheers, boys. Martini. Henda. Piripiri.
What did you say?
Piripiri.
He said piripiri.
Henda. Welcome back to Banter League's Onside Yolas.
Snap, hey, you guys
You should call on from this.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Lapa Makaya, welcome back to the Banter League, sponsored by Betway. Yes, but gets way more. Tonight, we're going to be unpacking some big moves in the PSL Premier League drama. Transfer whispers across Europe. SA coaches leaving. George is here. Chiefs is winning. Every Chiefs supporter I know is standing in front of an ATM Netbank. I don't know what the reason is because I don't know what happened to Standard Bank or Capitec. And we've got an amazing guest for the BBMzansi lovers. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only BeeKay.
Yes!
All right, gents.
He caught on very fast.
I caught it. I'm getting there.
Boys, it's been a crazy week of football, but hey, we have a special guest here today. My brother, can't you so tall?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah?
It's first time seeing me.
I mean, I thought you were like average, like maybe size Joe's, like, there's his height.
Nah, he's definitely not average.
That's crazy.
He's like, he's like 5'2".
On this table, we're all the same height. It doesn't matter. Does not matter.
Let's start off first, man. Thank you so much for joining us, bro.
Thank you so much for having me, bro.
We know that everyone loves football outside of what they do, and congratulations, man, to your top 10
BBW.
Yo. Shout outs to you, man. Top 10.
Thank you so much,
it's
bro.
crazy, man. You went in there as like, as a normal South African just wants to do reality TV. You came out as a celebrity, tall as a pine tree, Ngapha you chill as ambassador. But I mean,
You give people chillers punch.
I'm gonna take MacG's job. Ne? Boy.
Hey.
I'm not alone, as you can know. The usual. The boys are inside in Pete U.
You starting or am I starting?
You started.
Right.
This always happens.
Yeah, because he's mad.
Mangiting Pete U.
Okay. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm the one and only independent variable, your mama's favorite boyfriend and your girlfriend's baby daddy. It's your boy Desley.
Maralin ke watla kenya bo baby mama.
No one is stopping you.
My name is George Mokwena, aka Mr. OT, your chief executive overthinker. BeeKay, it's you.
It's your turn.
You have
My
to
turn.
give us something.
You gotta give us something.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is BeeKay, your boy from BBMzansi, and I'm here to talk everything soccer, man. Everything sports.
So you call it soccer instead of football.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
that's what I heard. That I'm like,
Where's the yellow card?
I grew up, yeah.
You need a red card
No,
for
this,
that
he
one.
grew up in SA for sure. Untwana grew up in Free State.
Oh, Kwakwa. Kutarichaba.
Yeah.
Bro, how is it growing up in Bloom? And when did your love for football start?
Oh, Bloom.
I mean,
In Kwakwa.
Oh, braces. Retain.
There we go.
Yeah, Kwakwa. I know. Yeah, you got it right now.
I
You
don't
have to
wanna
take
lie.
them out to retain the
Never say it
pronunciation.
again. Never say it again.
Why?
Ha.
Why?
Because now every time you
Hey, I thought you taking out your teeth, bro.
No, that's my retainer.
He called you old. False.
That's false. That's false.
That's false.
That's false.
That's
my
foul.
brother, where's the yellow
Yeah,
card?
that's false.
Where's the yellow?
we left the cards today.
That's a good one.
But yeah, man, your love for football, where did it start? And did you play yourself?
Yeah, I did play, bro. Like my love for football, bro. It's always been there. From we used to play like 2-touch, 1 goal, 1 palo, all of those things. And yeah, bro, like those are the type of things that we got onto back home. And even now, I'm sure there's still people that are kicking the disky, not me anymore.
Yeah.
Like the fitness is.
The knees.
Yeah, the knees.
The knees. I
don't know.
The knees. It's always the knees.
Carrying all that height. Yes. Tough.
Yeah, but I'll get back to it. But yeah,
We'll get back to it.
I'll get back to it, bro.
Don't lie.
I will, bro.
Bro,
Trust me.
unachilas punching. Like, what is that?
You're not getting picked.
Trust me, bro. I also blame piano though.
Piano is the reason.
Yeah, piano is the reason why we're like this, bro. Yo.
What happened inside the house? You seem like a changed man. This is not giving humble. It's giving.
It's giving what, huh?
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do
Okay.
that. So, you guys already know him, and I'm sure the people who don't know the side of you that you love football or rather diski. Locally, which team do you support?
I support Orlando Pirates.
Easy, Team Enkulu.
Yeah,
That's why he's sitting right beside me. It's Team Enkulu.
Oh.
It's Team Enkulu.
Remind them,
From
George.
this weekend.
Remind them, George.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
we're
I saw something. Hey,
Yeah.
What did you guys see? What did you guys
we don't have cups that side.
Yeah, we're in the final.
Against who?
Oh, you guys are
And
Chiefs.
what
man.
happened?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah,
happened?
Chiefs.
What
Backing him up.
happened?
Just backing him up. Just backing him up.
Sundowns.
Just backing him up.
Okay.
Hey.
Just backing him up.
Bruh, gents, obviously we played the Soweto Derby for the second time in this month, and obviously we know how it went the other time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, sure.
As Pirates fans, I said here last week, very confident that we're gonna Kaizer Chiefs, and there's something about you know, it's like 9 years drought is such a
bro,
long
that's
time,
too much, bro.
and like being a
For such a big team, bro.
My
It's
nigga,
crazy,
for
bro.
such a big
for
team.
such a
You
big
see,
team, bro. Come
Tina
on, bro.
Siyashaya.
Come on,
Even
bro.
if your coach is leaving, we have no asneng. Don't forget, your coach was leaving this time.
How did you get there?
Did you cry?
Yes, I did cry.
Ah.
To be fair. Is one of the most successful coaches Orlando Pirates has ever had.
Yeah.
And this was
to be
his
fair.
last straw. Yeah.
It was his last straw. And Chiefs beat Pirates so much that the coach didn't want to stay for the rest of the season.
Oh, my Sheila.
Chiefs beat us so good that every Chiefs supporter was wearing a Chiefs shirt next to a Netbank ATM.
And we sold it out the following day. No kids left.
Talk to me about the game, boys. What did you see for you? What did you experience in the game? Obviously, I'm sure you went in with your own type of confidence.
Bro, to be honest, bro, I really saw us winning that game, eh? I think it's the curse of Moses Mabida.
The curse of Moses.
Yeah, Moses Mabida, bro. We never beat Chiefs when we go play them there, bro. Like,
They even gave you an extra week.
Yeah,
You played midweek.
I mean, but okay,
bro. Yeah, to be honest, bro, like, bro, like it's cup finals, bro. Like, yeah, I'm so sad that we.
What
didn't
went
make
wrong?
it,
What
bro.
went wrong? I'm from your POV. I'm not gonna say the referee because every time I speak about things that happen in the field, they say, "Oh, penalties, this, penalty, that."
Yeah.
And the other time, Sundowns was watering the ground.
Yeah, we know these things.
Let
bro.
that thing go. You did the same. That's fine.
Bro,
So-
also the red card, bro. I feel like Chiefs could have gotten a red card there.
George, what do you mean?
Don't talk about
What-
refs. Pirates can't talk about refs.
But we can.
The guys who have a ref assigned, should I say him by name?
Say by name. Say in camera.
Oh, Abongile Tom.
As a Pirates fan.
Brown paper.
It seems like it.
So man, there's no.
Yeah.
Shiga
Ndina
happening.
Benwina. Mara, there was no mshiga.
Rightfully so.
Why are you bringing it up now?
They always bring up these things when they lose. It's the grass when they lose, but God forbid, let it be me.
So then, as part of Soweto Giants, don't you think Pirates felt some sort of like pity for you guys? Like,
you should have felt pity for your coach.
You can't feel pity. Yo, snap.
That's what you should have done. You can't be giving us a trophy when your coach is leaving.
You could have gave him something to take
this thing of saying, "Yeah, we gave it to you."
But it's tough though, because it's like you guys had most of the possession. You got like 15 shots.
Yeah,
they had
bro.
like 6. They had like 6 possession, 46.
We
and now
had
you're telling
control
me
of like, the game, bro.
You tried.
Jose lost that game for you guys.
He did.
He was
I feel
slipping.
like another point where it went wrong, bro. It was the subs. I feel like Mapapa should have went
yeah.
out,
Do you know what's
bro.
funny? We watched Pirates
Yes,
go
absolutely.
and play Pyramids, and Jose slipped.
Yeah.
We watched him now play in this final, and he slipped again. I mean, you guys had like 4 or 5 attacking players up top,
Yeah.
and Kim Vudy was alone towards the end. You guys looked like Chiefs towards the end. I'm not gonna lie.
We would never look like Chiefs.
You
ever.
did.
Well, you did
in
with this
that game.
L, so you know.
Yeah, my coach made a defensive change.
No, man.
Yeah, he made a
To
tactical
be honest,
change.
I mean, kudos to Kaizer Chiefs. I'm not gonna take this away. Banter aside, since you guys always say PD just likes to always throw jokes when he's supposed to. This is my job, okay? Allow it, gift.
Shout out. Hey, we've been mentioning gift.
Gift.
It's been mentioned every
Allow it, man.
single
Look, guys,
episode.
look. Me and Nanje, I'm just gonna direct the show, but congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs
Thank
for
you.
finally having silverware in almost a decade. You guys didn't have nothing.
Hey, this
Yeah.
whole week,
It was dry, and I think it's fair to say Kaizer Chiefs needs to celebrate this cup for the whole year until
bro.
someone else becomes a champion of the Netbank, because I think it's the only one you'll get in the next 10 years again.
See, I was waiting for that.
So then,
I was waiting for that.
what was the difference between the game you played in the Netbank Cup final and then the previous
derby, yeah.
derby? What from a Chiefs perspective?
It was-
what did you see was the difference?
It was respect.
Right.
In that first game, I think Chiefs went out to just play normal Chiefs game, not covering each other, not helping each other out. In this one, we saw something similar to when we beat you guys, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Current champions.
There was a whole bunch of like the team was focused.
Yeah.
They were defending. They were in structure, because you're not going to go pound for pound with Pirates.
Yeah.
So I think for once, Chiefs was the patient team, and Pirates Shem. I don't know what it is about Pirates. Every time Pirates tries to take control of a game and show that they're the bigger team, that's when you lose. You think about Mamelodi Sundowns 4-1. You all came out to play pound for pound with Sundowns, maybe to prove a point. Came out versus Pyramids, and you're going back and forth with them to prove a point instead of playing the normal, boring, defensive football that has gotten you this far.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened. I don't know if it's because Jose was leaving and
It's a
maybe he wanted
breakup,
to give the
bro.
fans something.
How much credit is due to Chiefs in like considering how they played? Like, was it an improvement from how they played, or they just like they're like a big game team? Like you always say on the show,
Yeah.
Chiefs when it comes to big games, Mamurabat. But was there something tactically different that the coaches did, besides the fact that Pirates had their own plans, and I think maybe went in there too cocky?
I think when he brought on Mtetwa, that was the signal that, hi, this is not the Nabi that I'm used to.
Yeah.
Because the Nabi that I'm used to, last 30 minutes, he just throws everyone on, and then he just But the fact that he was willing to take out Abotkele, and say, guys, let's calm down.
Yeah.
Let's calm down. Especially because the change came after Coach Jose had made a change, which is something also the first time I've seen. Coach Jose usually changes after you change. It's like he plays a trump card. But he changed first, and I was like,
Yeah.
And then I saw my coach make a defensive change, and I was like, this is not
Second
what I'm
half,
used to.
I think Pirates played a little bit better.
Yeah, that's when you bang. That's when you shot six goals.
Yeah, second half they
Six
played
shots.
it better. Obviously, there was a little bit of fights in them, but Chiefs defensively they were doing really well. So I mean, I'll give you that to Chiefs.
I think also to add on to what you were saying, I think this game for Chiefs was a do or die.
Yeah.
I feel like if Chiefs didn't get something out of this season, it was gonna be terrible for you guys. Like you guys needed.
Because I saw
you know?
Kokoma when you're
Like,
driving to Naturena, and then I saw it at the airport. So I think there was a little bit of sugar happening, which kind of worked. What?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
What about your Kaiwadi powder? What about your Kaiwadi powder?
Which one?
Are they not working
By
anyway?
four.
Anyway,
the first weekend was you guys.
Yeah, no,
but
there's
can
no
I ask
such.
you, can I put something on the table?
Yeah.
Is the Netbank Cup a good thing for Kaizer Chiefs? Because we were having a very bad season up to this point. And now we're hearing rumors of Coach Nabi
Allegedly.
wanting to leave, allegedly.
Yeah.
Apparently, they might be having fights in the back. Is it a situation where Chiefs again finds themselves right at the door of doing something?
Yeah.
You think about Coach Middendorp.
Yeah.
Finishes second in the league. They fire him because, I don't know, they feel as though they're there. You look at Coach Gavin Hunt taking them to the quarterfinals. They fire him mid-season. Is it an ego thing that maybe now Chiefs is going to go, we're there. We've won the trophy. We don't need you anymore. We're not going to sign the people.
The question is it the right trophy for a club of a magnitude, the Kaizer Chiefs?
I don't think it's a good idea for Chiefs to let go of Nabi. I don't think so. I definitely don't, because we can't deny the fact that he's building something, you know, and I genuinely believe that Chiefs should be competing in the CAF, you know, they should be competing with even in the league, bro, they should be in the top 3 or something. You know, where they are, they're too far to think that Netbank Cup is enough, but it's really not enough.
I do hear that point, and I'm thinking to myself that considering the position that Chiefs is in, especially considering this season, having a cup to your name is like, for a team that no one really had the prospect of, they might snatch a cup here and there. Yeah. It's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool. Hey, top 3 is looking very far. Not very far. You're almost there. It's looking very far.
No, it's far, Chief.
No. Just a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are there. You know what I'm saying?
It's far, Chief.
It's far.
It's far.
You know,
it's far.
So I consider this a win. Now we look at, let's say there wasn't the situation of them winning the cup.
Yeah.
And then these ones win the cup.
Yeah.
Now that we can look at it and be like, okay, cool, it's a bad season. Nabi, get out. Considering the fact that we are sort of in a building back up to legacy level for Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah. So this cup,
but isn't the thing that if they lost the Netbank Cup, it would have been a tragic season.
Yeah.
And maybe that forces them.
I think it's still a tragic season. Like ninth is crazy on the log.
Chief, we were there last season. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's what I say.
That's
Considering.
where we were. No. But
let me ask you,
Yeah.
just to remind, last season, in terms of cup wise, what did you win?
Oh, nothing.
You see what I'm saying? So now at least you can say there's a level up. But for Nabi to leave right now, as there is a slow progression, it's a weird withdrawal.
What I'm saying is that if they won nothing, it might motivate them to do some stuff. The problem with Chiefs is that the moment there's a little bit of progress, they take it as though job's done. We're not going to sign people. We might get rid of Nabi and just go, no, you know what, Coach Nabi, you can go. So there's also that fear that I have at Kaizer Chiefs that they're going to take it as though, guys, you know, hey, we're at the top of the mountain. We've got a trophy. We're going to get rid of the coach. We've done this. You know, the family, we've done this.
So do you think the whole problem, the whole season was the coach and not the players? Because now with the follow-up question, is the same team, let's say the same squad that won the Netbank, do you think they have potential to do better in the league next season? Or there has to be some new signings?
Yeah.
Or what should happen?
I think it goes back to what you were saying about depending on the mindset moving forward. It's like what this could have done, either or. It could be, okay, cool, we're building up, let's implement more, let's do more. Or it's, we got a cup. We didn't make it the top 3, but we got a cup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where the goal should be, you got the cup. Okay, cool. Let's look at the top 3. Cool. Let's look at CAF. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on the mindset moving forward. And this Nabi rumor allegedly of him leaving, that might just be a step down.
Well, he did come out on SuperSport and he said it 9-9.
Yeah.
That if I don't get the players, if I don't get the stuff, I can't have another year like this one. 9-9 from his mouth.
So the problem is beyond the pitch. It's in the boardrooms, in the conversations.
That's where the main problem is. For real.
It's giving that. But also, I mean, like, look, I'm happy when Kaizer Chiefs fans are happy. I'm just unhappy when they come for us, when we've been winning with Coach Rivero for a very long time.
You're happy because petrol is going down, bread is going down, general happiness in the country. When we win, when Chiefs win, guys, the economy changes.
That's why, you know, it's the opposite, in fact. Because as soon as Chiefs won, we started having load shedding again. Exactly. And load shedding is back since you guys started winning stuff.
It came 2 days after. 2 days.
Guys, I'm sorry, but everything else is nice.
Congratulations.
They had to balance it out somehow.
Congratulations,
Mara Mapagani, can I just ask a quick question, Mapagani?
Yes.
Coach Jose is leaving.
Yebo.
What happens next season?
I think we're definitely looking for a replacement.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I would say I'm looking. I would really like to have BeeKay, bro.
Yeah,
like BeeKay is a proven winner.
Okay,
I feel like
semi-finals
so
like crazy though.
3-time CAF Champions League winner.
Yeah,
very experienced.
Premier
bro.
League
I feel like
winner.
especially because Pirates has such young players, they need that kind of guidance, bro. Like they need someone.
Will Pizzo play the young players? Because Pizzo.
I think he will, bro. I really think he will, bro.
I think also Peter is potentially the one manager who could challenge Sundowns.
Yeah.
For the league, understanding how they play, what Sundowns vibe is there. Obviously not the same teams, the same stuff, but I think Peter, I mean, the LTC is quite nice.
Yeah.
Yes, he's going to be coaching a team that Pirates are not liking at the moment because, again, congratulations Sundowns for the eighth Premier League. Not Premier League.
That's
Premiership.
Yeah, eighth title.
Shout out to Betway.
In a row. Shout out to
Betway.
It's crazy, ne?
80's
Do
crazy.
you think Mamelodi Sundowns winning to this? We're gonna go back to Pirates. Do you think Mamelodi Sundowns winning this again for the 8th time means we are playing Farmers League?
Can I give you?
This is a Farmers League.
It's even worse than that. They've got 8 in a row, yes, but in the PSL era they've got 15. Do you know who's closest? Chiefs and Pirates.
Chiefs and Pirates.
Each of them have 4.
4.
This season, Mamelodi Sundowns has scored 100 goals
Another
overall.
record.
In all, it's a record.
Yeah.
They've scored 63 goals right now in 27 games. That is insane.
That's crazy. bro.
They've broken the record. Like, okay, the points that they have now, or the number of wins, is now tie with the PSL overall record. I think Manning Rangers and Kaizer Chiefs hold the record. But Manning Rangers and Kaizer Chiefs held the record when there was 18 teams.
Back then.
These guys have 16 and they're doing this. This is insane. That's how
crazy,
good
bro.
they are.
Yeah.
I also, bro, I don't think it's as much. It's about how good they are as much as I feel like the standard of the league is dropping, bro. Like I feel like the teams are not working with their strengths when it comes to facing Sundowns in particular. You know, they try to go pound for pound with Sundowns, and it's like, but you know your strengths, bro. Let's just make sure that they don't get the 3 points.
The only team that I've seen that is a weakness is TX Galaxy. TX Galaxy, it's like,
Bro.
you know, you look at a match lining up, you look at Betway, then you see there the odds, the odds will fool you, man.
Traumatized,
Those
man.
odds will just be like, nah, this is an easy one.
Yeah.
TX Galaxy, I don't know what. They're the only team that's just not the only team. I feel like every team that plays Sundowns is like, okay, we want to beat these people. Naturally, you already know psychologically that they're at the top. They've broke records, scored goals, great stuff. But TX Galaxy,
Who can stop Mamelodi Sundowns, boys?
Yeah, TX Galaxy. Yeah,
I want to say Pirates, but the problem is your team there's so much happening at your team right now. Uprasten passed on, who was the guy who was holding Pirates. You moved on Abo Floyd Mbele like a year or 2 ago. Jose was 3 years into the coaching thing. Now he's gone. There's a huge vacuum there at Pirates. So there's a lot of work for you guys to do. I'd say Stellies, but Stellies hasn't shown consistency. I think them going into Africa killed them. We can't count on Abos Kukune. Like the gap is just too big.
It is.
The gap is just too big.
For the coach to leave us with a couple of games, it's giving like, you know, when you are in a relationship and then you move on while you are there. Like, you know, you heal while you are still there. So the Maupuma, no more tears. I wouldn't say it was personal. Like, he'll forever be a Paris legend. And obviously, we spoke earlier, you touched on who can replace him. You know, there's been conversations that Benny McCarthy is it's chats. I'm not saying it is. There's Benny, there's Bizo Musimane, and there's obviously Urulani. So out of those 3, you said who would be the best candidate?
I'm saying Bizo Musimane, bro. Bizo.
I don't like any of those choices.
For Pirates?
Do you know why? I get the coaching side, but there's a very important side to being a Pirates coach, and it's like a personality that the coaches need to have. Pirates is not a loud team. And Abu Rivero, the guy who was there before, those guys were quiet coaches. Rulani is a personality. Pito's a personality.
Media coach.
Benny is a personality.
But do you think that a coach's personality can determine how a team plays?
No, it's important for Pirates. Because
why
it's
is
a
that?
culture.
Why is it important for them not to be a loud team?
It's a culture. You guys aren't loud. Pirates fans are not demanding. They don't have high expectations.
Oh,
No,
man.
you're not demanding.
Yeah.
Not demanding. Whoa. Hang on. When Jose was knocked out by joining Galaxy, what did you guys say? Nothing. You said, it's okay. When Jose was knocked out now by you guys don't have a loud, demanding culture.
Do you know why?
No, check. And what helps you is that you guys...
win stuff.
When you win stuff that way, it's quiet. The moment you bring a Rulani or Pizzo, you are here. media, all of those
But
guys.
not the players, the coach.
But that also infiltrates the players too. It's the culture of Pirates.
I asked you this question earlier, George. Would see, granted, your point is correct,
Yeah.
but the pizza I saw at Mamelodi Sundowns and the pizza I saw in Egypt is not the same person.
But that's Al Ahly.
So then why can't that be the same? But that's Pirates.
Because Al Ahly, you are not the savior of Al Ahly. You are brought in as a coach who's doing a job.
And
So
if you don't do your job,
So you know, and you have to behave because those fans, the moment they smell blood,
Yeah.
they go hard. Look at Rulani. Rulani went to Wydad, lots of noise, fanfare. Yes, they were fetching him, helicopter. People were stopping him in the parking lots and whatever. Do you know what happened? Expectations went here, ne? And once expectations got here, before the season's done, he's fired. Look at Coach Zinbauer. Zinbauer before Rivero. Look at Ruud Krol. What did you guys call them when they came in? Plumbers. Expectations were where? Here. Low.
No, because Pirates is a team, Pirates is a team that's used to winning. So then must loser, Australian loser, so we won't make a
It's
noise because we
fine.
know we are going to
Yeah.
bounce back. We don't have to be like
But
Chiefs
can you
players.
handle-
I don't
Make
think you're right by saying
Yeah.
that Paris fans are not demanding.
You're
though.
not demanding.
I
don't
disagree.
think
you guys
we
are-
are very much
disagree,
quite
bro.
disappointed we lost a final 2Ks at Chiefs more
What did
than
you say
anything.
last season when you lost by 23 points to Sundowns? In the
Sundowns
league?
is Sundowns.
What-
compare
no,
to
what
Sundowns.
did you say?
No, I'm answering. I'm saying
Is that not
there's
a low
nothing to say
expectation?
because there's nothing to say because Sundowns' bar is way above any other team in the league.
So
But
where
closest
were your
team to that would be Pirates.
we are
Because here's the thing, bro. Like also competing with Sundowns, Pirates can't defeat Sundowns by itself. We're in a
Yeah.
league of other
in a
teams
league.
that we have to rely
I
on.
don't know.
Yes,
Yeah,
James.
well,
This is not
guys,
war.
guys. You
we-
play
we-
Sundowns twice.
Yeah.
Sundowns wins the league because Sundowns punishes every team.
Exactly.
Pirates doesn't win, not because happy you guys are even worse because it's not even because you are playing badly or no, it's not even because a team is outplaying you. Y'all just don't show up some games. So you guys have to win all your games to chase Sundowns. To ask Kukune to go beat Sundowns on your
No,
behalf.
but then, is it a lot to ask? Is it a lot to ask Kaizer Chiefs or SuperSport or Galaxy to
SuperSport,
beat
yeah.
Sundowns? How many
is
times?
it a lot to ask for you guys to beat Mackenzie?
No. How many times in this? No, pause. I hear you,
guys.
George. I hear you. How many times you play Sundowns twice?
Yeah.
This season. How many times did you beat them?
We didn't.
Yeah.
How many times did we beat them?
We beat them twice.
So my
But guys, it's 6 points.
like this, in order for Sundowns to not
But
be the
still.
team that they are, every single team in the
They need to
the
show
league,
up,
they
bro.
need to show up. You
Yeah,
can't just
we can't
put it
be
on
the only
Pirates,
ones
bro.
that
We've
show
come
up,
second
bro.
so many times.
You guys need to beat everyone else.
That's
what you need
George's
to do.
point.
That's-
George's
That's not
point.
how you win the league, though.
That is.
But that is no. Hear me out.
Sundowns has 3 losses, 1 draw. Last season they only lost 1 game the whole
I'm
season.
pig, like.
What
They
George is
beat
saying,
everyone.
right, is that listen, we and you, we can play 2 games,
Yeah.
right? I could beat you in those 2 games.
Yeah.
But now, if you are eating ball, Mackenzie, Chipa, Skukune,
Yeah.
the rest, TS Galaxy, Stellenbosch, you will indefinitely catch up if you're winning those games. But when Pirates doesn't show up in that manner, you can't now say, oh, hey, because it's Sundowns.
To BK's point,
That's what
to
George is
BK's
trying to
point,
say.
to BK's point,
Yeah.
he said,
Yeah.
but then this is a league. It's
Yeah,
not,
I
no,
hear
man,
you.
it's not Pirates' job to beat
Yeah.
Sundowns so that they can win the league.
Yeah.
It's every single team in the PSL to be able to take points from their opponents. Doesn't matter who it
That's it,
is.
bro.
Look. Let's take the 2 teams, Liverpool and Arsenal, for example. Just because Liverpool won the league over Arsenal,
Yeah.
but then we didn't beat Arsenal this season
I hear you, but why did Arsenal lose?
because
Because of
Arsenal
draws.
lost to other teams.
The last 10
They
games.
of
lost to
draws,
other
bro.
teams and
So
draws.
whose responsibility was it to keep the chase going by winning their games? Arsenal.
Everybody has to win it.
Hey!
Bro,
Which
the-
games? Are you saying the games against Liverpool or the games going
In
down?
look,
general.
what
Okay,
has
okay.
happened to Arsenal in the last 2 seasons? The last 2 seasons, we come to the last part of the season, last 10 games, let's say, where you are meant to go and beat everyone. You have to go and win. There was a point last season where we were ahead of Manchester City.
Yeah,
You get what I mean? City, what did City do? Win.
Win, win,
Now,
win.
Arsenal, it's hot. This is when you are supposed to be winning. What did we do? Draw, loss. So I can't ask the rest of the league to go and fight City. Yes, I hear your point, but you also have the responsibility.
Which I did. I beat them.
Do you
I
feel
beat
like-
them
No,
this
no, no,
season.
no. You beat them. That's 6 points, PT.
Yes, it counts.
That's 6 points.
It counts.
It counts though. Like,
What do you
I
mean?
feel
It
like
counts.
Guys, do you know how far away you guys are from... What's happening?
How far
No,
everyone else is.
I know
No,
exactly
thing
how
is-
far we are. They're on 70 and we're on 55.
And then what happens with the game in hands that you had before?
You know
just
what I
said-
want to say,
You
bro?
didn't win.
I haven't played them yet.
Here's another thing that I wanted to say, gents. Like, I feel like what Sundowns is doing is extraordinary, you guys.
Too much, bro.
It's not realistic
It's too much.
expectations. When the season starts,
Yeah.
no board of directors is asking their team to
Yeah.
win all matches.
Why not?
They're not doing that because it's
unrealistic.
unrealistic, bro.
Yeah, it's unrealistic.
Sundowns
It's
almost did it.
unrealistic.
What did you say when you hired Klopp?
And Sundowns is doing it because other
What did I
teams
say
are
when I had
slacking,
Klopp?
bro.
What did you say when you
Other
hired
teams are
Klopp?
When we
slacking.
hired him.
What did you say when you hired
Because
Klopp?
number one, it's the magnitude of the club.
What
My
was the
man,
expectation?
as a coach comes, there's objectives that the board gives
Yeah.
the
Yes.
coach.
Yes.
Objectives are we need Champions League qualification.
Yeah.
We need a silverware of some sort, something. There's objectives. And Klopp did say, he said, give us time, we will get there. Because
Yes.
why? Number one, the magnitude of the club speaks a lot. Liverpool has a history of being a big club, so board says we want this team to be back there. And Klopp says, this is what I need you guys to help me with to get this club there. I need to make signings, sign Van Dijks, bought Salah, bought Ellison, bought Mane, bought Firmino, bought Fabinho. The list goes on.
Yeah.
And guess what happened? You
Yo-
got the results that
and,
you
and
needed.
how did you beat them? When
Because-
you won the league?
Because we had to eventually beat the best team in the league.
No.
There was a period. There was a period
Yeah,
where
they had to.
let me land.
How
let me
many
land.
points
let me
did you
land.
get?
Let me land. There was a period where the
How
only
many points?
there was a period where Man City was the Sundowns, right?
yeah.
There was the only way we could win the league is if we
Is
could
if we
beat
beat Man
Man
City.
City
Yeah,
on
literally.
2 legs or whatever the case might be. Because
Yeah.
any other team in the league could not beat Man City.
After doing what?
do you-
Beating everyone else.
Yeah.
You finished with how many points? 98, I believe it was.
1
98,
point.
97.
There were times where there was 2 point different, 1 point different.
So then, what's more important?
What is
Beating City twice or winning what? How many teams are in the league? Winning the 34 other games
It's
in order to
important
make
to win
sure
every match.
that it goes all the way down
It's
to the
important to
wire.
win every
That's
match.
what I'm saying.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're understanding the magnitude of what he's saying.
No, I
It's-
get it, but for him to say Uti Pirates, my standards were low. That's why I was like,
Guys,
the
no,
Pirates
it
fans.
is low because
No,
the
bro.
gap widened. It went from 16 points to 23.
Sundowns is
And
just too
everybody-
good, bro.
You listen to what he's saying. Do you
It
hear what he's
is.
saying?
Sundowns is
Then
just too
what
good.
What expectation
Bro, we're
is
number
that?
2. What do you mean?
We are
Our
second.
Number two
expectations
by
are
how
low?
many points?
It doesn't matter, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean
How?
expectations are low?
Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said.
Yeah.
Your expectation is not for Pirates to go beat Sundowns.
But
I'm
instead the
saying
excuse
why.
is Sundowns
Because
are better.
I will even say Pirates plays incredible football. You guys don't lose games because you are outplayed by smaller teams. You lose games because psychologically, whatever, you don't show up.
don't show up.
You get what I mean? That's why Pirates. I
Bro,
say
we've
this-
lost 5 games.
What do I always say? Yeah.
We haven't lost that many games.
And
compared
then
to Sundowns.
still, what's the point difference with the games in hand?
But isn't that more determined on how many that Sundowns have won?
Exactly.
Sundowns just don't
Yeah.
lose, bro.
No, in terms of
That's
that,
what
they
I'm
don't lose.
saying. But
And
then
then-
you have no expectation of your team to go out and do that. I'm saying to you, Pirates is good enough to do that. I'm saying to you.
Okay, George.
Let's move on. Let's
Okay,
move
chill,
on, boys.
George,
Let's
chill,
move on. Let's
chill,
move on.
chill,
Let's move
chill,
on.
chill,
Kaizer Chiefs fans
don't
win
punch
a
me.
trophy once. All of a sudden, they are football experts.
they found
We
their
love it for you
voices.
guys. It's fine. It's fine. We'll come second
Who's
again
got the
next
most
season.
trophies ever?
Ever.
Just by the way.
Oh, sounds like a Man United fan.
Just by-
But
we took
Yeah.
10 years off and y'all couldn't,
Bokang Fit.
you couldn't save you. They couldn't catch up.
this is what a Banter is
You-
all about.
10 years off.
BK, I'm so sorry. They're normally well behaved.
Banter.
Yeah.
It's
They're
Banter.
normally well
We
behaved.
took
bro.
10 years
It's
off.
not personal.
10
hear.
years.
Yeah.
It's not chill.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let me just read my link after this. We need to move on. We need to move on.
BK is what I deal
Bokang
with.
boy. Kwatwa, right?
Yes.
We attended school in New Horizon College.
In your Horizon College.
And we matriculated in 2019, just before the World Cup.
Horizon
Yes.
College.
Yeah,
Ah,
right.
just
2019.
welcome. 2019
I'm
was
thinking
the-
2009. I'm sorry,
No.
my brain.
That's
So you
crazy.
just arrived. You just
Yeah,
arrived.
just arrived, bro.
Only 2K can.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, finally! I've been chilling with these old niggas the whole time. Yeah, I've been chilling with these old niggas
So
the whole time, bro.
I have a question for you. Why we
Alright.
just breathe kancane from that tough conversation, because George is having me today. Makes sense.
Yeah,
It
it's
says
funny,
here
boys.
on your profile, dog, on Instagram. Yes, this guy.
What does it say?
Who's busy paid in Jayam?
Yeah, I don't call myself.
You had Kwatwa Pedi. What do you mean?
Not on my Instagram, no.
Where,
It's definitely not on my Instagram.
where does it say Pedi?
I don't know.
Where did
you see it?
Where
Tell
did I
me.
see Pedi? We see it fast. He's like, I'm going to the show. Let me remove the thing. Fast.
No ways.
Talk to me about why would you say you're Pedi? And try and link it to how that kind of like manifested in the house.
Who, me?
The Pedi side of you.
Because
Because I meant to play soccer, so it means you are a player in general.
Hey, but what kind of play?
I was not expecting
What
this
kind
one.
of player? Taking me striker.
So, bro, I'll say like it manifested in the sense of, I don't know if you guys heard about it, but I call myself a silent assassin. So primarily, I used to play chess. So I'm a chess player. Yeah, so I know how to like
Plan your moves ahead.
yeah, operate and maneuver myself around in silence, bro. So sorry about that. So yeah, bro, that's what I did in the house, and it got me where it got me.
Yeah, well done, man. Well done. But then who's the one? Okay, Kwatwa, right?
Okay,
He
bro.
plays football. We know.
What is it again?
Yeah. Stop making me say Kwatwa, man. It's tough. Who's your favorite footballer to ever come out of your city or your province?
It has to be like I didn't get to see him. Okay, but I'll talk about Vincent Pule. Vincent Pule is a big shout out that I can make.
Shout out to Vincent.
I wanted to talk about Dr. Kumalo, but nah. I'll stick to. I didn't see.
Hey, so which was gonna fight you there? They've adopted him, eh?
Kwatwa.
So yeah, Vincent Pule, bro. Like he really killed it when he was playing for Pirates, and yeah.
Okay, questions for the boy?
Yes.
Ask something about Big Brother House, because I know you want to ask something about it. What happened?
Oh wait, okay. Can I play a game though?
Yes.
Big Brother House.
Oh wait, bro.
You have to make
Five-a-side.
a five-a-side team, and then you must explain why you are putting these people in these positions.
Okay.
Anyone, male or female?
So king
Anyone male or
goalkeeper
female,
and
nah?
4 outfielders, 1 defender, 1 striker, 2 mid.
rush. Keeper and 4 inside.
Okay. 5-a-side, I'll say
Keeper?
keeper. I'll go with myself.
Okay.
5-a-side, I'll go with myself. I'm sure nothing is gonna go past me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can bet on that. And then I will have in the front. I'll have Sid Guluva. I will have a corner. I will have a corner, and then I will have Muzi there by the 6.
Okay.
I will be playing the pivot, and then I will go with
Nate?
Leave Nate alone.
I'll go with Mshini actually. Yeah, Mshini is a better player than her for sure. Yeah, so I'll say, like,
What happened with Nate? What's
nothing happened, bro. We're coming up with a team here, bro. We're coming up with a team that's gonna win, bro.
Nate but bent.
No.
The agent came and said, "I've got a player for you, Coach Aria." We're not doing that.
No, we're playing to win, yeah. Right? We're playing to win. Shucks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go back.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, that will be the formation. And yeah, we're winning everything.
We're winning everything.
We can go against all the other seasons of Big Brother with that team.
I like that. I'm sorry though. I didn't expect, because I'm like Nate. Like,
Nah, bro, like come on.
Did you have a crush on Nate?
Nah, I wouldn't say so.
But did you like her at first glance?
Yeah, we got along.
Is it a girl you'd be like, I'll talk to her?
Yeah, we got along like full time. We got along.
Even now?
Yeah, even now.
What team did you support?
Nah, we don't talk about that, bro. I don't
Please,
know.
please don't
I'm not
say
sure.
BKFC.
Nah.
BKFC is great. BKFC?
She's not into football like that. Well, according to my knowledge.
She's into players.
I didn't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea about the information, bro. I don't know.
Niggas are gonna sip drinks when I'm supposed to be talking.
Oh my word!
So let's talk
What a
about
drink!
Let's talk about football,
Nice,
but
man.
to the people back home.
The most.
By the way, Bafana winili. Just putting that out there. Abafana
under
bancane
20s.
winili. Yes, 1-0. I'm a Nigerian.
World Cup
internet is going to
qualifying.
feel it today.
Been cooking, haven't they? Even the last time we spoke about them, they won as well.
Qualified for the World Cup.
Anyway, guys, as you know, the show is sponsored by Betway. Please bet responsibly. So we've got some exciting news. We've been losing our slips. Like every single time we are here, bet sleep.
For real?
Yeah, so today we're going to over some time. But I want to let the guys know that there is no better place to bet on the Betway Prem than the home of PSL Betway. So bet a total of at least 10 Rand or more on Betway Premiership games, and you'll be rewarded with a 10 Rand extra bet and a 10 Rand bonus flight on Aviator. One time. No need to enter, just make bets totaling at least 10 Rand to qualify. Terms and conditions apply. Single bets, multi-bets placed on pre-match and lives will qualify. Read this last one from here. Only the first.
Your mic.
Oh, Mike, what's that?
He's playing Jarding as a striker.
Yeah. Only the first cumulative 10 Rand bet each week, Monday to Sunday, will qualify.
Do you bet, MacG?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I do.
Yes.
I do bet on Betway. That's a different chat.
Why
bro,
don't you win?
I don't win because I'm very emotional, bro. I will bet for my team even when I don't feel it.
Is it greed or is it because you're just hoping for a big cash out? Because sometimes it's like, how do you bet, in fact?
Yeah. What type of bets are you?
I used to be a multi-slip type of person.
Same. Okay.
Like, and then I changed that to like fixtures, singles. And then when I started doing that, I started to perform better.
Yeah.
I remember when I was still in varsity, I took my grocery money.
We don't advise, by the way.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
We don't advise the BeeKay betting.
Gamble responsibly.
BeeKay betting, not allowed.
Don't go hungry. No more that. Dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do bet because I believe it's part of the experience, bro.
Part of the experience. So when you say you're an emotional better, like like if your your team is performing like bad, like Chiefs, for example, right? It's performing bad. Are you still gonna bet
Pirates?
Are you still gonna bet Chiefs? Or you just be like, I understand the analytics of the game, I understand the form, the last 5 games, next 5 games, how they perform home and away.
Yeah.
What. Do you go too deep into it? Just like this guy, one run slip.
You know, like
as long as there's lightning there, I just press.
I wanted to mention that I actually don't bet results anymore.
Really?
I bet corners.
What? You bet quarters?
Sip on Chilla's punch.
Yeah,
You're in the basara.
Yeah.
Inda.
Oh, Inda.
I Chilla's punch fan is patale man. Organizan boys.
Yeah.
You know how many does we've done?
Hey, munna.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah. On corners is most likely.
Yeah. Even like goals.
Yeah.
Overs and unders. That's what I do now.
Without telling us, what's the most you've won?
This guy said without telling us.
What's the
Bro.
Yeah, I can say it's in the teens, it's in the 20s. I mean,
It's
I
in
don't
the
know.
sense.
Yeah.
Guys, listen. Guys, wait. Listen, hear me out. Bro, today from Bet Influencer, I got 6 cents.
I got 3 Rand 21 cents.
6 cents.
Yeah, sharp. 6 cents? You know what?
You see dead people.
6 cents.
6
Yeah.
cents took me from like 0.553 to 1 Rand. And 1 cent. I'm cooking. Bet Influencer. Trust it. Send your slips to your friends. You can get 1 cent like me. Sorry.
6 cents. Okay, so I mean, never trust these lips.
Trust me.
For as long as I've known him, he's never won a bet. All right, so we've talked about the stuff that's happening local, but whatever happens in our local leagues takes us to Africa. Now, the same team that just won their 8th title, they'll be playing another final. Well, not another final, but they'll be playing a final. And how do we see Sundowns performing on this one, and also the conversation leading up to Club World Cup, which they've been drawn against Dortmund. Let me start with you, Des.
Personally, and people are gonna say it's an emotional thing. It's really not. I think it might just be a sweep for Mamelodi Sundowns to Dortmund because Dortmund sucks, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, Dortmund sucks. They haven't been good since 2017, since Marco Reus was on the FIFA cover.
Crazy,
they suck.
bro.
Betting on Dortmund is a waste of time.
money.
It's like betting on
No,
Paris
every
to win
time,
against
like,
Chiefs.
in terms of like betting, whenever I put money on Dortmund,
It never lands.
Never
bro.
goes
like
right.
looking at where Dortmund, Dortmund has fell, boy. Oh, Dortmund's fell.
But you think compared to our CHIEFS Champions League in Africa, and the level that Dortmund plays in, I mean, they were playing the Champions League right now. They are a really good team. I mean, let's not
Where did they get off again?
Yeah.
Somewhere where Chelsea was.
They made it
That's
to the
all I know.
knockout stages, most.
Eh?
They made it to the knockouts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Askis, you're touched. I'm the Chelsea fan.
Oh, aye.
Yeah. They were there and you were not.
You have
So
Sundowns.
at least we have Sundowns. And everyone here is a winner at some point. You know, you won the PSL, you won the Netbank. Pirates team and goals.
Yeah.
As Arsenal bridesmaids.
Yeah,
But do you think Sundowns will be able to compete at a European level? And who might their potential opponents be if they do beat Dortmund?
I kind of they have to play in the group. They still have to play the Japanese team.
What's the format like for the Club World Cup?
Group stages,
Two
then
legs.
knockout.
It's a very interesting, I think, competition because we've got Al Ahly, paired
have a
up
better
with the
chance
Inter
than
Milan. So I guess they'll be playing Abu Messi, unless
Inter Miami, yeah.
Inter Miami, sorry.
Tired now,
And then we've got Bayern Munich versus Auckland City. I've never heard of Auckland City, my bad.
Auckland Park.
Really?
Yeah, PSG versus Atletico Madrid. We've got Palmeiras versus Porto. And we've got
Porto's in. Nice.
Just check the groups because I saw Wydad is in a heavy group. They've got they've got Juventus and they've got Man City in the same group.
Yeah, maybe the way
Is it
maybe the
Wydad
way
Casablanca?
carries by Man City. Juventus is a very inconsistent club.
I see Man City
I'm going
playing
for that. Okay.
some random team, man. It's called Al Ain.
Al Ain.
Al-Ain.
Not random.
Al Ain,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not random. So, but yeah, coming back to these guys, how do you think they'll perform? Do you think they have a chance to go to the next round? And potentially make a big name to represent Africa as a whole. Jay.
Yeah, I'll definitely be supporting them in the Club World Cup. I think with winning the league prematurely, they have a lot of time to sort of like work on competing against the European leagues, European teams, and I believe they're gonna do well. But like, I don't think that it's gonna be a whitewash. I don't think if they lose, they're not gonna lose all their games for sure.
Yeah.
I think they'll get like 3 points here and there.
An interesting.
I do think they won't lose all of them.
Someone brought up this conversation and was just like, yes, they have made it to the Club World Cup, but we're looking at the what's the word? The person said the facilities or like the heavy budgets, right? That most of the European clubs have, and how that might outweigh what we have here in Africa. What did you guys think about that? I didn't know how to respond to that because in my head it's just like,
Yeah, Sundowns.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about that. George, you are laughing. George, why are you
No,
laughing?
no,
I
I'm
feel
not
like you speak
laughing.
very well of Sundowns. And
No,
So like, what
I
do you
like
think?
Sundowns.
What do you think about that? Just that. I want to use the word financial difference, facility difference that European clubs have versus what we have here. That ultimately that's what the prompt was, and I was like, I'm gonna bring it here because I have no idea.
Look, I think facilities wise, Chlorcop is it's okay. Money wise, obviously you can't compete with the teams from that side,
It was
even though
specifically European.
European teams.
Yes.
I mean, Sundowns spent 63 million on sales, for example. That side it will be like a 3 million, and if you
they're buying a
compare,
reserve player at the time. With
if
that
you
money.
compare the 3 million, what do you get that side? So there is a big disparity. But I mean, at the end of the day, football comes down to the games that you play. You know, Sundowns has finished, was it Sundowns or Al Ahly, finished third at the Club World Cup at some point.
Right.
So what's going to be interesting is that we're going to watch Mamelodi Sundowns, that's the underdog. I don't know how they fit with that, especially because they play a dominant football. They love to have the ball. Probably not going to have the ball much when they go and play that side. So how do they adapt to that? How do they play? But to your question, I think the disparity is there. It's huge. We know this. Even the Dortmund that is having a tough time, you would put your money on them every single time. Where maybe Sundowns will have to focus is on the other two teams. See if you can't beat, I think it's also an HD and Palmeiras, if I'm not mistaken. Or Fluminense. See if you can't beat those guys to luck your way in. But these tournaments are always skewed, man. There's more European teams. They always try and do it that way to try and engineer.
I'm that 1% of hope. Something in me tells me
Sundowns is gonna do good, ne?
I think they're gonna do well. I don't know
Yeah, I
about
also
winning
believe
it,
so.
But what's well?
Yeah.
To win.
well is further than any African team has gone. I think that's my.
Are you
Well,
basing
this
this
is
on
a-
the current season of Sundowns, especially in the
this very same team.
Premiership?
This very same team that just won the league with spare change. Like as I suppose,
broke
it's not
records, bro.
But touching onto Europe because I feel like time is going very, very, very fast in Jayam. So we know that you support Orlando Pirates here at home, and he supports Chiefs, Miami Sundowns, and I'm also Pirates. Internationally, when you look at the Premier League, what team really you look at and be like, yeah, Team Yamle, I'd wear the shirt any day.
In the Premier League,
Yes.
Arsenal. I'm definitely Arsenal, bro.
Yep.
Like through and through.
So do you agree?
And-
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to say, bro, like I know there's this negative connotation when it comes to us bottling it. I don't know if you guys saw what happened with Ajax in Netherlands. Are you guys aware of what's happening?
What's happening?
What happened?
So Ajax have been leading for the longest time. They literally just had.
It was yesterday.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they literally lost the first position yesterday, and they're about to finish the league now. I think they had like 4 games to go,
Yeah.
and then they
Sundays.
lost. They lost back to back, bro. They lost back to back all those games, and even yesterday when they drew, they drew yesterday, no?
They drew yesterday.
When they drew yesterday, they conceded a goal at 99 minutes.
Last minute. And they were
Last
supposed to
minute,
have
bro.
won it then.
Yeah, they were supposed to have won it, bro. 99 minutes, bro.
So how are you linking this to us?
Yeah, exactly.
How you linking it?
Oh,
Portland.
we're not the worst.
There's levels.
This man,
There's levels.
this man really pulled that.
But speaking
other
of-
kids are doing drugs.
Speaking of Portland,
Other
bro.
kids drink. Me, I don't drink,
I don't
mom.
drink.
I'm better than
I
them.
sip.
Yeah.
But
bro.
speaking of bottling,
Yeah.
I think it would be weird to even say Arsenal bottle the league because
Yeah.
they might even still lose their second spot in the Premier League. When they fail to make
Why
sure.
must they always be
No, but I get what we're talking about
so
now,
hateful.
the Champions League spots now. Because
Oh, we're talking
basically-
about the Champions League spots, no?
yeah, because now I just want to link up the other teams. Obviously, we know let's predict who finishes second, third, fourth, and fifth. So right now, the current standings: Arsenal is sitting second with 68 points, 2 games to go, and you've got weird enough, you've got Newcastle sitting at third with 66 points, 2 games to go. Man City 65 points, 2 games to go. Chelsea 63, 2 games to go, and Villa at sixth with 63. So there's a high possibility that
Arsenal could not
could
make
not
it.
even finish second. So
True.
what does it mean like for Arsenal?
If it doesn't, or
If
like
you guys don't
what,
finish second, would you say you
Yeah,
bottled the league or you
problem
say,
is
we never had a chance?
bro, that would be terrible, bro. Which I don't think it's gonna happen, to be honest. I think the Champions League spots for me go to Arsenal, Villa, and
Oh, you're not
Man
ranking
City.
them like as in from first, second, third.
Liverpool has won, so Arsenal was gonna be second
Second,
place, and then I'll say City, third place, and then fourth I'll go with Aston Villa.
You're playing Newcastle next. And I think
Yeah.
if Arsenal does not win this match
Yeah,
on Sunday,
yeah,
Doesn't Newcastle jump us if they win?
100%.
They do, ne?
100%.
yeah.
But then they also have
jumping.
Southampton after that, which is 3 points.
It's 3 points. So
Did you say we
what,
hope?
what do you have?
what are we looking at? Is Arsenal gonna make comfortable top 4, or you guys are okay?
Yeah.
As long as you guys are in the Champions League, you don't worry
I
about.
think top 4 is done. Yeah, as long
Yeah.
as we can get into the
Yeah,
Champions
Top
League at
four,
this
top
point.
four is
Yeah,
definitely
true.
done.
So let's talk about other teams as well. We see Aston Villa knocking. We see Chelsea, Man City. So how does 4th, 5th, and 6th look?
So we're saying Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Sorry, George. And then I'm gonna put my boys there. You know what I'm saying?
Chelsea 4th.
I believe in you guys. Come back. But
Ultra.
no, realistically, not realistically. Realistically, we are above. We are
How
above.
khonahale?
We are above.
How khonahale?
Aston Villa's not
How
knocking.
khonahale?
Aston Villa's not knocking Newcastle. I believe you beat them. They'll go down.
Yeah.
And we'll make it.
Look, the league is coming to an end. We've had ups and downs. We've seen teams like Man United finishing 16th, but also they're in a final. We've seen
16th.
Tottenham is also down there with them, but
Damn.
Tottenham is also
Tottenham is
in a
like-
final as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're playing
They're playing against each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of ups and downs. Guys, let's just talk about this openly.
Yeah.
Who has been your outstanding player in the whole Premier League this season? Who has stood out for you? What talent you are looking at and saying there's potential here. This person could make a move to City. This person should make a move there. Let's start with you, man. Who's been a brilliant footballer for you throughout the season?
Bro,
we
I'll
know
say
where this is going.
No.
I'll say obviously I have limited information because I went somewhere,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, for
but
sure.
I will say Isak.
Oh, brother. I
Isak
was gonna
is-
say the
is
same
so
thing.
dope, bro.
You'd want him at
Like I
Arsenal.
would want him at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Bro. That's literally the missing piece I believe that we need.
Yeah.
Like we need a
Not to replace
I do think
Martinelli
Isak
even.
has been incredible.
yeah, because he's very
striker.
versatile, bro. He's very versatile, and then he can play left wing and he can play striker as well.
Okay.
So I really would hope that we get him. If not him, then hopefully like a Gyökeres.
You're correct. What player has impressed you besides a player who wanted Arsenal in the Premier League?
In the Premier League, Mo Salah, bro. That's a given, bro.
Besides,
Mo Salah is more like a given.
Yeah, because every time I mention him, they do this.
Yeah.
So let's not mention the champions. Let's not mention the champions. Talk about someone else. Yeah.
Let's not mention the champions. Nice.
Somebody else. Okay, go to them and then you come back to me.
Des, who has been the most impressive player for you this season?
Most impressive will have to be Isak as well. I do think he's been exceptional for Newcastle. I do like what's his name, Ilanga. I think he play. I think there's a lot of potential moving forward for the boy. I feel like Saka would have been on my list had it not been for the injury. Obviously, Salah did his thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll actually give him that. I love Sancho. Sancho could have done better.
Yeah?
Right? I feel like, no, trust me.
Sancho coming
I
into
love
here?
Sancho. I love Sancho. Sancho is an incredible player for us. But I do feel like it could have done better. Sancho I love Sancho, but he could have done more. Sancho has so much potential.
He's impressed you this season.
He has
potential.
not impressed. I'm just saying I love him. I'm saying I love him, but he could have done better as a player. And the boy has potential. He still has it.
Could have
He
done
still has
good.
it. Who else? In terms of Man United players, I know he was Anthony. Shout out to Anthony. I know we're not talking about the Premier League, but come on, what he's done there by Betis, incredible stuff. Rashford, he was here for me.
Yeah.
And then he went down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was happy in the beginning, but now I'm just like, you know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
But I think, man, that's my list. Jack Grealish. I've always liked his style of play. Wait, let me land.
Now you're just looking at players you admire.
Why do we have
participation trophies?
I thought we were talking about players we just love in general.
A player that impressed you this season.
Oh, impressed. Oh, no, he didn't impress me, but shout out my nigga.
When was he playing?
Shout out my nigga Jack.
When was he playing?
He's just sending shout outs.
I'm just sending shout outs to nigga like
He
I
loves
really
alcoholics. He just loves alcoholics.
Onana, you'll get there.
Oh no, please.
Onana, you'll get there as well.
George, which player have you looked at in like this potential yet? They don't have to have performed significantly in the league, but you're just like, this is someone to look out for in the next couple of seasons. They'll be doing the most. Or just, I like their style of play, whatever the case might be, man.
I know we're making fun of him, but I think Abo Mamouche have done pretty well. Stepping into that team, especially now with everything that was happening. I need to point at my own players, man.
Yeah.
You know, Marino.
Yeah.
For
He stepped up.
Marino, for somebody who's not playing striker, he's never played that position, doesn't play. The way he stepped up, Saka was gone for a bit. Yeah, I think that was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that from him. So yeah, I think those are the ones for me. But before we move on, what did you guys think of the Nottingham Forest owner coming in and shouting at Nuno Espirito Santo?
Wasn't that just for the injury that took place on that game specifically? I don't think it was necessarily about the performance of the game, but he was just upset.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why he was upset at the coach for an injury that you have no control of what happens there, bro. The injury took place, and mind you, yes, it was his favorite, but come on, like I don't know, man. So
is the passion allowed? So what do you think of the visual of having an owner coming down to the pitch and shouting at a coach?
No, it's such a bad taste. It's such a bad taste for the club, bro. It's because now obviously the coach is who you as a manager and the fans entrust to orchestrate the club to play at their highest level.
Yeah.
So now you as a manager, if you come in with, obviously fans are going to shout at coach, hey, coach, you suck. Hey. Same way we do with refs, right? But as a manager, now how does he look in front of the fans, in front of the players, in front of the staff collectively? It's showing zero confidence in him. You know what I'm saying? These things can be done behind closed doors, guys. Because now what the projection that you give towards the club, it's bad.
Allow the people to anger, bro. Me, I'm a devil's advocate. I'm like, but also, how do we feel about players telling their coaches off? Like, imagine a player telling their coach off, like, keep it on. You remember Ronaldo takes off the umpire, throws it there, and he buys him down the tunnel.
But I feel like it's different for players, bro.
Yeah.
As
a coach, we see
as a manager.
It's different for players.
I don't think you mentioned Nottingham Forest. For me, it has to be Chris Wood that impressed me this season. It's weird because we don't see a lot of strikers who get to do that per season. I mean, if you look at where he falls on the goals for the season, he's like number 3. You know, and the only person who's a striker in the top 3 is Haaland. Salah is a winger. Oh, he's also a striker. But I'm just saying, he's doing really, really well. So I mean, I was impressed by his performances. I think Arsenal could use someone like him, but you guys are gonna say no because he's old, maybe.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want him there?
Why must they
Chris
retire by us?
Why wouldn't you want
Nah,
Chris Wood there?
yeah, we're done with that. bro.
Are we a retirement
Arsenal's the
home?
hotel.
You'd rather have Merino instead?
No, I'd rather have Isak.
Are you gonna get Isak?
Yeah, but
'Cause
I'd rather
we're
have-
playing Champions League semi-finals. You know,
Aibu.
we really need like
A UCL.
yeah, bro. Like
Need one.
we do, bro. We need proper players, bro. Like we need like.
Now he wants to throw Chris Wood at us.
Imagine,
like,
bro.
You
Like,
need a striker,
here's a
bro.
charity. There
Nah,
you go.
bro.
You
Like
need a
I'm
striker.
pretty sure he's not gonna have
Bro,
the
I
same
would
season
choose
that
Chris-
he had.
bro, I would choose
next
Chris
season.
Wood
He's not gonna
over
have.
Over
it.
Nunez.
He's our number 9, bro.
Over
Who else?
Nunez.
No. This is the same guy that said he chose Harry Maguire over Nunez. So please don't take it with a pinch of salt.
And now it makes sense.
I would.
Take it with a pinch
No,
of
but
salt.
look at it now.
I mean,
That's
I
crazy.
admit when my number 9 is shit, and Nunez has been nothing but troublesome. But because the thing is, he misses the most important chances and he scores bangers. He's a brilliant
Yeah.
player. He just does not fit where we are competing for trophies. You can't be missing open goals, my brother, but scoring bangers, scoring bicycle kicks from the kickoff spot.
Those impossible goals. Bro.
Imagine.
He misses sitters.
Nunez impossible. So that's just what I was asking there. But so now transfers. You said you would like to have Isak. How do you strengthen the squad?
On
let's
Arsenal specifically?
Start with Chelsea. Yeah. How do you think Chelsea strengthened? Oh, another person impressed me. I almost forgot. Bruno. And the reason why
Financial.
I don't like Bruno's personality per se, but I love how he's captaining Man United. It's a sinking ship. But it's out there.
What?
Sinking ship.
Yo,
Sorry.
I gave you a chance.
Sinking ship. Sinking ship.
Yo.
Sinking ship.
Hey. He's struggling to retain his English. Huh?
Oh.
What?
Oh, you're puns now. We get us all.
Videolus.
Transfer season. Who's Arsenal looking at, and how does it look going forward?
I saw we already got Zubimendi, and I think he's a good
signing.
Yeah, it's a good signing. And I feel like with Arsenal, bro, we have solid players. We just had too many injuries, you know.
That's your excuses for Arsenal fans.
No, but we
Every
had
time,
bro.
And he says this all the time.
But it is though.
No, it's the truth though, bro.
You
Like,
make excuses. We never complained when we lost the league to Man City because when in the first 11, 8 of them were injured. Van Dijk was gone. People were gone, bro. We never complained. We took our 4th and our 6th that season and we never complained. Every time Arsenal comes close because Saka was injured. So without Saka, it's tight.
no, bro, like more players.
all he's
Havertz
saying.
was out. Like
have
our first team players, most of our first team players were out. So I think in strengthening the squad, Saka needs competition. So I feel like we need to get like a new Nico Williams.
I like that word, competition.
Yeah, he
Not
needs
backup.
Yeah, he needs
Maybe
competition.
Nunez,
You know, yeah.
Nunez,
Uh-uh.
Sancho, maybe.
No,
Why are you putting these players on us?
Hey,
Stop
Garnacho-
putting these
Garnacho?
players on us.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we want like
Oh, shit,
a Nico Williams.
You guys have.
Who?
Freaking, what's his name? Sterling.
Man.
I value
Yeah,
Calling
yeah.
Raheem
Yo.
old man Sterling.
I
Retirement
thought he was
pending
gonna say
Sterling.
something else.
El Egyptian Saudi playing Sterling. Go.
Yeah, bro. I feel like Saka needs competition, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does. And then up front, we definitely need something else.
Bastard.
You need a killer. Bastard.
Need a killer. So
Yeah,
just do a prediction before, because the season's almost over. But for next year's one, where do you see Arsenal finishing?
First.
From the bottom, right?
Oh.
Yeah? First from where?
First from second. What do you mean?
So you telling me, saying the camera, Arsenal is finishing above Man City and Liverpool next year.
Okay, guys, mark my words, nah? Next season, we taking the Prem. We will revisit this conversation.
And
Trust
we
me.
will. We'll play it back.
Trust me.
And if you lose, you come back in the episode in your underwear.
George,
That's crazy.
He did that.
What?
next season's predictions?
Oh,
I know
Chilla's
it's early, but I'm
punch.
just
Chilla's
curious.
punch is so nice.
Imonati, ne?
Tequila sunrise. Yo,
Hinda.
I want us to win.
Yeah.
My heart is saying I want
Not the
us
Champions
to win.
League.
Yeah,
Not the Champions League.
both. It's fine.
How?
My heart wants us to win.
Okay.
But my head, I don't see them going and doing the business that you need to be done in the Champions, in the transfer.
Yeah.
Like, we have this thing at Arsenal where we just don't finish the
But
job.
I feel like
Be
we're
like
doing
that.
we're doing it differently now. Already we got Zubimendi and the season is not even over.
Yeah,
you know?
but we're doing that thing where we sign in a position that maybe we don't need
don't
to right
really need to,
now.
nah?
I'm
hear
scared
you.
that, you know what I mean?
I
And
think
then
you guys
we
need a
go-
new coach.
Definitely not. Otherwise, we're gonna end up being a Chelsea. We don't. We don't have to spend billions. Yeah, no.
Now let's move on to my most favorite part of the show, and we're gonna come to a closing very soon. I bet. So, Mr. Betway, so we're gonna go through the games that are gonna be playing. We're gonna discuss if it's a win, a draw, it's double teams to score, whatever the case might be, and we're gonna share the code with the folks. And then if they lose, they know BeeKay ubadlisile.
What you got?
By the way, he's not recommending anybody to gamble, and not for people under the age of 18.
Definitely not using the BeeKay method.
No BeeKay methods.
Nasfas,
keep the Nasfas.
The previous BeeKay, right?
Nasfas, keep the Nasfas.
All right, so where are we gonna start?
more.
We're gonna start Premier League, right? It's dry there. Yo,
I mean, we have Chelsea United.
okay.
Dry, yo.
Chelsea vs Man United.
Chelsea win.
Who's playing home?
Chelsea.
Okay, so I think it's
Chelsea v Man
It's a
United.
Man United win.
Then there's Arsenal
I think
Newcastle.
Chelsea's winning.
Man United.
Man United.
Oh.
But I don't put my money in Man United. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but-
say maybe both teams score instead.
Yeah,
of,
I'll also
Five
say
corners.
yeah.
Five corners.
over
So-
1.5.
School fees.
So for this game,
Yeah.
what would you say? Let's take his recommendation for this
Okay.
game. What would you say?
Both teams are gonna score.
All right.
We take that one.
Yeah. Both teams are scoring.
We have Arsenal and Newcastle on the 18th.
We know what he's gonna say.
We're gonna say,
Newcastle is scoring first.
oh shit, my brother. I have to scroll all the way down.
That's how I bet now. Like I literally.
Okay.
Like, I'm very particular,
I see
bro.
what you mean.
Yeah, I'm very
I
particular.
don't know where to
Newcastle. Do you
find
think
that.
so?
I've never done that before.
Do you think so?
Okay,
I'm
first
going
go.
with BeeKay.
Okay,
I'm
first
going
go
with
Newcastle.
BeeKay.
I found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with BeeKay here.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Yeah.
Next one,
Okay. Let's move to La Liga.
but I think Newcastle is gonna win. But
We actually go to
fair.
Betway.
You think so?
Premiership.
Yeah.
At Emirates.
I mean,
Orlando
It's
Pirates
Newcastle.
versus TX Galaxy.
I don't want to say anything. As a Pirates fan, what do you have to say? That's not coach, by the way. Just bear that in mind.
Pirates is winning, bro.
Pirates.
Wait, who's the home fixture?
You
who's,
guys.
Who's playing home?
You guys.
Pirates is winning.
Pirates to win.
All right. And then we go to El La Liga. We have. Oh, the only one I can see here that could be is. Yeah, Sevilla and Real Madrid.
Madrid is gonna try and
And
take the league to the last day.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna win.
Yeah.
It's gonna try. The league is done, but it's
All right.
Because if Barcelona wins, Moses try. Yeah.
It's a good 9 odds. 9 odds.
9 odds. Okay, don't put 1 rand because that's 9 rand profit. We can't even afford Tiller's punch with that. How much is this thing, bro? How much is 1K? How much is 1K? Ambassador Yaz.
What is the
Forget this question I never
recommended
asked. But there was a huge debate here before you came in, my boy.
yeah.
A very big one. Since he touched on Real Madrid,
Okay,
I want to hear from you. If you were to name me your top 3 right backs in the world right now,
Top 3 right bags.
yes, in the world, just name me your top 3.
Like of all time?
No.
Or right now, ne?
I know, current form.
Right now, I'm definitely gonna go with Timber. Timber has to be up there. I'll say. I'll still beg Trent. Trent is still like, yeah.
Wait, are you ranking them or are you just naming?
I'm just naming.
Okay.
So we had an
I'm just
argument,
naming,
me and
yeah.
this bro earlier on, and I think this conversation got a bit hot, kancane.
You could have saved it.
Could have saved it, but we're gonna leave it because this is what I feel.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how Liverpool booed Trent at the last game when we were playing Arsenal.
Yeah, so it's-
and I was saying, I understand why some fans are doing it, but I'm not saying it's right. And he was like, why? So towards me, I'm saying the reason why is because what's upsetting Liverpool fans, more than for the fact that he's an academy player, is the fact that he's such a good quality player that we let. In fact, he allowed himself to live for free. Yes, he's done a lot. He doesn't owe us anything as
true.
a player. But what upsets some Liverpool fans that he left for free, dog. And then my argument was because he's the best right back in the world right now. Now, for me, he's my number one. If I were to name my top 3 or my best 11 in the league, Trent is a right back.
I agree, bro. I genuinely
Hakimi.
agree.
And Arsenal player.
Hakimi.
Hakimi.
Hakimi is 4th.
Over Trent.
Hakimi.
No way, bro. Ain't no way.
Captain PSG, Hakimi.
Yeah.
Ain't no way, bro.
Captiano International.
Semi-final
Ain't
World Cup,
way, bro.
Hakimi.
There's never been a more of an
Captiano
all-rounder
International.
of a player, especially in
All-rounder.
the... Yeah.
Can Trent defend?
Yes, he
Since
can.
when has he been able to defend
What
at
do
a
you
high
mean he
clip?
can't defend, bro?
He's a right back with. It's like it's
one,
bad.
bro.
He's a false right
His
back.
offensive
No.
abilities probably outweigh his
He's a
defensive.
false right
No,
back.
guys, no.
It's a close one, bro. Hakimi is a good shout, bro.
Hakimi doesn't even make
Like-
my top 4.
Ah.
It's crazy.
He doesn't.
Nah, but Hakimi is a good shout,
But
bro.
he doesn't make my top
Because
4.
yeah, look, Hakimi is winning the UCL now.
Is he?
He's
I think
definitely
Inter's going to
winning.
win that match, but let's talk about that another day.
Yeah.
So, arguably, so the thing is, he says, George is saying that
It's the
contractually,
club's fault.
It's the club's fault, and I'm saying Trent didn't want to renew.
No, it's the club's fault.
Personally, if Depru wanted to stay, he would have signed with Salah, Van Dijk when they signed their contract. He knew last year already. He's done everything at Liverpool. There was no amount of money could have convinced him to stay at Liverpool. He wanted to explore
Then
more.
sell him.
I think
We can't sell him because we need him for the season.
aye.
We needed him to finish the
This
season.
is my argument,
But then you can't hear why
No,
we
no,
should stay.
I wanted
Yeah.
to say, bro, like
Yeah.
I think Trent leaving is tied to Jurgen Klopp, bro. Like I just feel like
Can't do that.
I genuinely feel like, bro, because Jurgen Klopp is the one that made him, bro. Like I feel like he's out of place now. Like he's just
Okay, that's a different
Yeah,
chat.
But I wanted to say, BK,
Yeah.
you are an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
What has been our complaint about our players? We let
them leave for free, bro.
we let them go down to their final year.
And true.
So my argument with him was, if you knew that Trent didn't want to be there last year, why keep him for another year, hoping that he will sign the contract, instead of going, okay, fam, you want to go, we're gonna sign. Either you sign this extension and we let you go next year, or we sell you now and we go fetch
True,
a
bro.
replacement.
True, because
And my
that's like
choice is
18
because-
million plus, bro.
Because
What
once,
I'm saying is my choice is there was no way I could let him go because he is a starting 11 type of player. And for us to be chasing the league, yes, to bench him and get our money back is it makes more sense. But to win the league, because
No,
that
but
guy
then-
is
But
exceptional.
that's bad business, bro. Trent has so
But
much.
Real Madrid
years
doesn't
still
buy
to-
players with money, bro.
Real Madrid
Doesn't buy players
Real
with money.
Madrid was knocky.
They get players for free. They're like, okay, so gonna next season, Mbappe.
No, but-
finish
but-
there. We're gonna get you for
but
free.
then-
Yeah.
Trent, we're gonna get you for free.
But then, Petey, listen to yourself. Player wants to leave. Team wants player. You say no. Then you're surprised the following season when
Yeah.
player goes, I'm still leaving.
So now,
Like,
this whole
what
thing,
were you hoping-
This whole
I-
thing, I think
What were you hoping for?
I think also because dude, a lot of players have left Liverpool for free, and they've announced that they're going to a different team afterwards. Look at Bobby Firmino. You know what I'm saying? He was a top player, and he got a guard of honor when he left. I'm not saying Trent is not going to get one. I'm not saying I'm picking the booing side of Trent. I'm saying I understand why some players are taking it so personal because he's an academy player, bro.
No, but-
we would have loved him to be our.
But
Gerrard,
why are you
in a
blaming
sense.
Trent? Look at
But
your
yeah, it's not
management.
He's the
Trent,
one
bro.
who chose to leave.
He told you that he wanted to leave.
There's nothing we could have done, but there's nothing
Yeah, I
we
feel
could
like
have
it was
done.
bad business on Liverpool's
Exactly.
side.
I
You know?
hear that, bro, but I just
I'm against
it was-
booing the player because
Same.
Yeah, because-
you let them go into the final year. You can't expect any sort of loyalty because if it was the other way around, you wouldn't expect Trent to be expecting loyalty from Liverpool.
Yeah.
So,
what
but
we said someone who wants to leave.
you look at your management and you say, why didn't you sell him when he wanted to leave? He's always wanted to leave.
But then
Go
there's-
and do the job to go find the next guy who can come in
He's
here.
on a contract.
Go sign
If the
Hakim.
contract's running out, he's gonna run out. He must benefit.
No, he can leave before the contract
I feel
runs
like
out.
with the way you're making this argument, man, like you're looking at the technical side,
Yeah.
and for me, it's like Liverpool had an opportunity to sell this player, but they prolonged it, and now they're losing him for free. Nah? It's not the player's fault. They already knew that this person, when the season started, they already knew that Trent was leaving
Yeah,
at the end of the season.
not. We already knew he wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave.
There was
yeah.
nothing we could have said to Trent to stop him from
That's
leaving.
fine.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
then he should have left.
Then
You guys.
But then,
Then
my
sell him.
argument as a Liverpool supporter, I'm
Yeah.
saying that there was no way we could afford to not have a player like that in our starting 11.
Why
because-
not? You could
because he's
afford
the
to buy
best-
another
He's
one.
the
But
best
now
right
it's
back
not-
in the world.
Yeah, so now
according
it's
to me.
not Trent's fault. It's Liverpool's fault.
No, I get you. No, man, piggy slap.
So they shouldn't boo Trent. They should boo
They shouldn't
your
boo
mana-
him
your-
then.
your-
How
your-
do
your- your
management?
team.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
boo him. And man, the reason I brought the argument is because I was saying, I'm not saying I agree with the booers, but I understand where they are coming from. So I'm trying to just justify why some of them
That's
feel
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
And also, like, you can't keep someone who wants to leave, boys. You just can't. Even if
But
contractually.
that's what you did. That's what I'm saying. Sell him.
We had
But,
to use him.
for the rest of the season.
You
I will say,
didn't-
bro.
We did use him, bruh.
Fam, you could go buy somebody else.
No one's
you could
better than Trent,
You could
bro.
go buy a 70% Trent and then go, you know what, Van Dijk and
And
those
work
guys,
him
we're
out.
going to hold it.
You know what I wanted to say, bro? What's going on? Oh, well. What I wanted to say was Liverpool. How can I structure this, bro?
Let me give you a top 5 while you still think about it.
Yeah.
Top 5 according to this website, 442.com. You can check it out. I'm just going to start from top 5. So at number 5, we've got Kunde from Pasa, right back, as age 26. Number 4, Timber. You mentioned him. Number 4. And then at number 3 is Hakimi. And then possibly could be Trent's replacement at Liverpool. We've got Frimpong.
So
At
you
number
knew
2.
who you could replace him
I'll
with.
just find out this week, my brother.
But then you could...
the club knew.
They're supposed to do this research. Who's supposed to do the research?
But at number 1, to prove my point, at number 1, Trent is the best right back in the world. You can argue with me. It's
Who's
fine.
playing
It's
in the
my
Champions
opinion.
League final?
Hey,
Who's playing in the Champions League final?
I've got 6. How many do you have as Arsenal?
Who's playing in the
Who's
Champions League?
playing
Who's
it
playing
right
in the
now?
Champions League final this season? You can't say Arsenal. Who's playing in the
Do you know
Champions
what?
League
We're
final
talking about
this
now.
season?
PSG and Inter Milan.
So who's the right back that's playing there? Just so happens to be the captain of the team.
Based on that,
Oh my
based on
God.
that, no. Based on that logic, ne? Based on who's the best striker in the Champions League right now?
I don't know.
So because he's in the final, there's no other better
No,
person
I'm
in that
saying
position.
no. In
Because he's in that-
comparison,
In
no, in
comparison. He's putting it-
comparison,
You know what's
you
best?
can't play that game.
Trent
in
has won it, bro.
comparison,
Prince.
last season, not this season.
He has
You're
won
talking
it.
this season.
Ask them.
We're
has won
talking
it.
this season.
Who is the best right back?
Who is the best right back in the world? And don't be team biased, guys. I understand that you're gonna say
Don't-
Trent defensively.
Don't put
Who is?
anything on it. Just ask the question.
Ask
and
the
let it
questions
go.
to the fans. We'll put it as a real.
Who's the best right back in the world?
Hakimi right now.
Hakimi right now.
Trent.
In any case, it's been Banter League. My boy, look into the camera. Tell the people what you're up to, what you're busy with, where we're going to be seeing you, what matches you'd like to watch.
If you know
maybe we can
Sign
hook you
Bougie.
up with the young ticket too.
If I know who?
Sign Bougie.
I don't know, bro.
You don't know.
Shosho Bafetsu, it's your boy BK, and what I'm doing now, I just recently opened a foundation. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
Oh, okay.
So
Ah,
Oh wow.
that
Oh wow.
so yeah.
Oh, that was the best
So,
joke
yeah,
you could
no,
make
That's
up.
good though. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, I
the
didn't get
best
that.
joke I could make up. It's crazy.
Damn. So
Stop it! You're gonna make me blush.
You didn't have to highlight that.
I thought all these jokes were concealed, but hey. Come back, Mr. Foundation. Let's go.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So the foundation is aimed at what about the boy child, bro? You know, like it's mainly focused on young men and young boys. Just getting those conversation out and talking about our challenges, talking about whatever. You know, I won't go into much detail about it. I'll do so whenever the time is right. And where people can find me today, I'm heading to I'm going to Sandton now. There's some event or
This drops on Friday, so
he-
past tense.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So, yeah, man. You can catch me on all my social media platforms at BeeKay_RSA.
And then how's this
very
going so far?
Chilla's punch.
Yeah.
Hey, it's punchy.
Yeah, it's punchy.
It's doing the work, bro.
Yeah.
It's
So,
the
if
best
you were
thing.
to say something to your 40-year-old self right now, if you were to write something, what would you say to them?
40.
40-year-old self.
Yeah, what would you say?
Damn.
I know normally I would say in the past, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm saying future. If you were to write a letter now and save it for your 40-year-old self, what would you say?
I'd probably say thank you for not limiting yourself.
Dope stuff.
Yeah.
That's been it, but
For not
boys.
limiting yourself.
Afraid to be BeeKay Studio. It's Banter League. Shout out to Protest Chillers Punch, the first liquor we're drinking on the show.
Yeah,
since
zero
we started.
alcohol.
Zero alcohol for two. Guys, it's been Banter League. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching till this far, may God bless you. Nehelani Izobuya. Banter League on side.
BeeKay.
Finally, check out the new